Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Cop Council. How are we all? Hopefully, all of you having a fantastic Wednesday wherever you are around the world. Apologies that it is lagging. I forgot to turn off the freaking the thing on StreamYard that makes the shows lag. I am an idiot, as per usual, but a good evening. Hopefully everyone is good and all well anyway. But, of course, looking at tonight's video, of course, we're going to be talking, of course, about Mohamed Salah and talking basically the fact that he is world class. Of course, that's been called into judgment over the last couple of days, of course, considering a certain Troy Deeney, of course, did come out and have his opinion on it as well. Again, I'm not entirely sure on why he came out and started talking about Mohamed Salah. I know it was of course a TalkSport video that was done, but again, I'm not too sure why it was necessarily brought up. But anyway, it was brought up, and of course, Troy Deeney made some comments around, of course. Of course, Mohamed Salah, which of course then obviously a lot of people have spoken about, of course, and given their overall thoughts on, of course, the Troy Deeney Mohamed Salah situation. Now, again, we'll talk a bit about that in a little bit as well. We'll get your guys' thoughts with it as well. I do apologize if the stream is lagging. Again, I hate forgetting to turn it off because for some reason StreamYard, again, it does it for some reason, and I can't turn it off once we're live, which is stupid. And I never understand it either. But again, we're not just going to talk about Mo Salah, of course, and why he is simply world class. Of course, there's been a bit of transfer news. We're going to talk a little bit about, of course, this man, of course, Ryan Jerky or Jerksky. Apologies for butchering any names right now, of course, but his name has been in, of course, the conversation, of course, concerning Liverpool, and has really come out of the blue. Yeah, when we talk about players coming in, maybe potentially in January or even in the summer. Another forward for Liverpool, is that needed necessarily? No, I think everybody, we said it last night, didn't we, on last night's show, that Liverpool don't need a number. We don't need a number 10. We don't need a forward player. We very much need a 6 or another probably midfielder, like a McAllister or Curtis Jones in that aspect of things. But again, obviously the link itself, some people are very excited about the link and Liverpool being a part or being a part of that, the list of the players being linked to Liverpool at the minute. Again, he's one I think a lot of people are happy about. But again, I think it's not necessarily needed, especially with Chiesa coming in as well. I think that's very intriguing. But again, we'll get your guys' thoughts in the comments about him as well. Anyway, again, let me know if anybody's watching the show right now. Again, please do let me know how the show is. If it is lagging that badly, because I can see it on my screen, it looks horrific. But I don't know whether or not that's transparenting through to you guys. If it is, then please do let me know, because I could just end and we'll do a re-show in that aspect of things anyway. But I big up Tom as well, saying yes, Condog as well. Tom, if you are in the stream, then please do let me know. Is it lagging that badly that I need to end or not? Because again, watching the show, because obviously on StreamYard it gives you, you can see yourself. It looks awful. I don't know whether or not if it sounds awful. That's another thing. If it's just the video, then that's fine. But yeah, if it's totally horrific, then of course we'll end the show and come back pretty quickly. Anyway, but Liverpool want Mamouche, Jerky, Zubimendi, and Balba. I think that's, again, apologies for butchering his name. But yeah, Cal, hopefully, a few of them we do. Big up Damo as well, in pictures a bit laggy, but the audio is fine. Oh, that's good. Then you can at least hear me fine. So that's the main important thing. Again, the lag. Again, it's annoying. It's if anybody streams themselves, and again you forget to turn off the one setting, it just ruins the show. And when I click live, I realized that I didn't click it off, and yeah, I instantly knew what was going to happen with the show anyway. But of course, let's talk then about Ryan Jerky. Then, of course, the 21-year-old Lyon international Lyon player. He's not Lyon international, of course. He is a Lyon player, obviously French international. Of course, has been linked to the Liverpool move. Of course, this is taken from, of course, Get Football, or Get French Football, I should say, saying that Liverpool intensify efforts to sign Ryan Czerski, or Chersky. According to Fabrice Hawkins, Liverpool have intensified their efforts to sign Lyon attacking midfielder Ryan Czerski, 21. The Frenchman is attracting the interest of Premier League outfits as they look to take advantage of course, the financial situation. Lyon, of course, L'Equipe does go on to say previously reported that the Reds' interest in signing the playmaker. However, it appeared the Merseyside club now may have taken their pursuit of Czerski to another level. Any move would be opportunistic for Liverpool, obviously, because they're required to sell after being previously provincially relegated by DNCG due to their, of course, financial situation. Of course, obviously, Lyon obviously getting relegated, or, you know, again, if they don't sort out their financial situation, they will get relegated at the end of the season. And again, it says that Lyon have set a 30 million euro asking fee for the French and under 21 international in the January transfer window. Nevertheless, RMC understands that Lyon management would be persuaded to sell Czerski for a lower price as long as the player is interested in the move as well. So it looks like they want to get him a top class move in that aspect of things, because of course of their financial situation. They have to go and sell players. I think if you look at that Lyon squad overall, I think you do look at it and you go, very much, it's very much an interesting concept to, again, you look at him, you look at, I think they got Wilfred Zaha in that squad as well. I think even, you know, they've got Tagliafico in there as well, where they could go on to do it, you know, to raise funds for him as well. I think that's something like they may go on to do in that sense, in terms of, again, getting that available money. Again, 30 million euros for Czerski, who again is a very versatile forward. Again, I'm not going to sit here and go, yes, touch, you know, week in, week out French football, because quite clearly, no, I don't think anybody does. Unless, of course, you live in France or have an interest in French football. But I think, you know, just briefly looking at his profile, again, 21 years, 21 years of age, again, can play as an attacking midfielder, can play on the right. I think he can also play on the left as well. And that's, again, a very versatile forward that Liverpool love in that aspect of things. But again, is it necessary? Do Liverpool need this type of player now? And the real answer is no. You know, Liverpool don't. You know, again, unless we have an idea of, again, somebody might not be good enough in that aspect of things, you know, do we see him coming in as a number 10? You know, maybe, you know, Arne Slot doesn't feel like maybe a Szoboszlai, maybe a Harvey Elliott, you know, isn't up to scratch to play in that 10 position. Does Czerski come in and offer something, you know, a different element to that position? Possibly. You know, that might be a reason why maybe, again, Michael Edwards, Richard Hughes and Arne Slot has looked at him and gone, yeah, no, we have to go and get this kid at a very decent price in terms of, again, 30 million euros. It could be a lot simpler as well. Again, in that article piece says it could be a lot lower, considering, again, they are in financial troubles. Again, Liverpool could play on that in that sense as well. We know, of course, you know, Michael Edwards, Richard Hughes, certainly towards Michael Edwards, you know, he can get a proper good deal, but of course it's a very intriguing thing at the moment with that as well. But I think overall, it is a very interesting concept at the minute, in terms of, again, you've got Czerski, who, again, back in the summer probably made a crazy amount of sense. Again, can play as a midfielder, can play as an attacker as well. But I feel like now, considering the fact as well, we bought in Chiesa, it's just not necessary, you know. And at the minute, if he was to come in, he's going to come in at you know, at 7th or probably 8th, you know, attacker in that sense. You know, he's not going to be ahead of the left wingers. are Liverpool going to play kind of a false nine? Could that happen potentially? Who knows? But on the right as well, again, he's going to be behind Chiesa, he's going to be behind Mohamed Salah as a 10. Again, I think that would be an intriguing battle. Him, Szoboszlai, Harvey Elliott as well. That would be, a cool dynamic in that sense. In who gets games there. But even still, I don't think it's necessary. And could that 30 million go on to, go and find the next, defensive midfielder for Liverpool, or more intriguing matters in the squad? Yeah, 100% it could. And I think Liverpool need to do that. I don't. And again, it's coming from reliable people, and it is, it's not like a random report. It's coming from reliable sources, but it's again one of these ones where you do look at it and go, is it maybe just Leon trying to create a bit of interest there? And Liverpool are going to come in and get him, and so on, because we've seen over the years how, especially Leon as well, have used obviously top European clubs' names in the past. Look at Fekir. Obviously, we all know that situation in terms of the Liverpool deal. But again, even Jose Mauer, for example, his name was constantly linked towards Liverpool for at least 3 summer transfer windows. And again, that never really happened. Or I don't think the interest was ever there from Liverpool. Because again, I remember one summer in particular, I think even we tweeted that again, he could leave Lyon for 30 million euros, and that completely blew people's minds. Again, I remember the backlash we had on Twitter on that, but I think he left Lyon for free in the end as well. So I do think it is. I'm 50-50 on it. Do I believe it? There's a story there. Yes, I do. But do I feel like it's maybe Lyon, putting their weight on his name to potentially get his price a bit further up? That could be a possibility, but either way, I think he will leave Lyon. Whether that's to Liverpool is another question, and I think that's going to be an intriguing one to see where he does go as well. But it would be interesting to see your guys' thoughts as well. But you look you're dancing in a disco. It's probably like back in the day. To be fair, yeah, I'm watching the stream back, and Jesus Christ, I do apologize. Well, it's my idiotic brain not clicking off the thing at the start, but to show my age there as well as demo. Don't worry. To be fair, I'll probably watch it back and laugh myself as well. But no, yeah, a bit laggy, but the audio is fine. As long as you can hear me, that's fine. But again, I'm a bit annoyed by that as well. But again, if you are new around here, of course, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well. If anybody, I should have put this at the start as well. If anybody's on Blue Sky, is that what it's called? We've got a profile on it. Again, I'm not like everyone else and leaving Twitter at the moment, but again, everybody seems to be going on there. So again, we're on there now anyway as well. So if you guys want to give us a follow on that, if anybody's on there, then please go and do so as well anyway. But on the Xerxes stuff, for me, I don't think he will be joining Liverpool myself. I don't get the move personally. Let me double check and see if there's anything new on it. As of right now, I don't think there's any. Where's my phone? I don't think there's any fresh news on it apart from Liverpool. Again, like we said, Liverpool have got a reported strong interest in him. Which, again, if we hadn't signed Chiesa, I think we'd 100% go for it. But the only other question I think maybe with Xerxes is Chiesa that buggered? In terms of his fitness, that would be the only reason why maybe we go on to sign him. Unless it really, we really have to build Chiesa up for a season. For him to get back to his best in that sense. Is that a reason why that we might be going after him? That could be a possibility, but I think as of things right now, considering the fact if Chiesa does come back and Liverpool's deem him to be fit enough to play in the Premier League, you would then ask yourself a real question of, why are we going after him? Because at the moment, again, like I said, we've got so many attackers. Where does he go in this Liverpool lineup? And I think it's a very interesting concept to, again, where he could go as well. But it could be an interesting one. I know, again, I've seen people say that, Jota might even go in the summer as well. There might be a Jota replacement in that sense, which again I can't really see that. To be fair as well, but sound coming through loud and clear, so it's all good. Come, there we go. Happy with that demo as well. But Chris Wilson, mate, he's just saying outrageous things to be controversial and try and stay relevant with the people that don't like Liverpool. He was a bang average player, and his opinion. Tyler, I of course you're on about Troy Deeney. I really had to read that then and go, who are you going on about? I was really confused then, but I would agree. I would 100% agree as well. And speaking on the Mo Salah stuff, then, because look, for me, I had to make a video on it because I've seen, obviously, if you guys have seen the video of course, Troy Deeney saying, I will quickly read you the quote. I won't get it up on stream. But this is what he said in I believe it was a TalkSport, I think it was like a weekly roundup thing that they did do. I'm not entirely sure, but this is what he had to say. He said, I think Mohamed Salah is excellent as a pivotal part for Liverpool. They should never have let it, of course, his contract get to this situation. But I understand that there's a financial structure around what they want to try and keep to do. My argument has always been that I just don't think he's world class. But world class is just difficult. A different opinion. What I think world class is what I would want my kids to play like that player. That's what I think world class is. If I was asking my kids who do I want them to be going forward, I would be saying I would like them to be like a Vinicius Junior as opposed to Mohamed Salah. But his goals that he scores, he is unbelievable amount of. Is highly effective, and that's just my opinion. He's probably going to turn around and say, who the F is Troy, and fair play to him, and that's his opinion. As well, I can, and the thing is with it, I can understand where he, in his mind, and where he's going with it. I can understand to some degree, where he is coming from in terms of, again, when people say, oh, Mohamed Salah is not on the eye, he's not this, he's not that. I don't agree with that personally. I think Mohamed Salah is a very effective footballer on the eye, and again, when you talk about, like you said there, he wants his kids to be more like Vinicius Junior, where for me, like, again, if you're looking at role models, and for example, there's no better player out there than Mohamed Salah, and you look at what Mo Salah's done and achieved with Liverpool, in itself. And not only that, of course, what he's achieved with Egypt as well. Again, for me, Mo Salah is undoubtedly world class, and I would also agree with you. But Troy Deeney has been sniffing too much of Virgil's aftershave, probably at this point anyway. But no, like what he is basically coming out and saying is, on the eye, Mohamed Salah's not good, which I disagree with massively. Like, again, go back and watch Mohamed Salah's goal against Manchester City. Vinny Jr. can't do that. And all right, people may go, oh, well, Vinny can score goals in Champions League final and go on to win them a Champions League. Sure, yeah, people can argue that. Now, is anybody saying Vinny Jr. is a crap player? No, of course he's not. He's one of the best players in the world. But I think Mohamed Salah is also one of the best players in the world right now. And even, if you guys look on screen right now, as well, if I remember to put it on the show as well. Let me quickly see. Did I remember to put it up on the show? I did remember. There we go. So if you guys can see it right here, when he talks about the numbers of Mohamed Salah, again, you look at and you go through the list from when Mohamed Salah started at Liverpool. Again, 17-18, 44 goals, 15 assists, 18-19, 27 goals, 10 assists, 19-20, 23 goals, 13 assists. And then again, you look at the last few seasons, again, 31 goals, 30 goals, 25 goals. And then, of course, this season, He's got 10 goals again already at this early stage of the season. And when you look at these numbers, they are freakish, and of course, these numbers has led Mohamed Salah to overtake the likes of Robbie Fowler in terms of the Premier League all-time goal scorers. And that's outrageous for a winger because, again, people go, "Oh, he's an inside forward, this, that, and the other." Sure, he plays more inside than a traditional winger, but even for a player like that to get the amount of goals and assists that he has done for the last 9 seasons is ridiculous. It is a truly ridiculous number, and I believe he'll get over Thierry Henry. And I think a big question is maybe with Mo Salah as well. Where does he rank among the Premier League greats? Because for me, if he goes on to win a Premier League season this year, not saying, and this might be a bit controversial, you'll have the same amount of Premier Leagues that Thierry Henry did. Now, for me, as of things right now in this recording, Thierry Henry is the best foreign player to play in the Premier League ever. Might even be the best player ever to play in the Premier League. But Mohamed Salah is getting up to those numbers. He's getting up to those opinions. I think rightfully so. When we talk about, what legacy is he leaving? He's leaving, an undoubtable amount of records and achievements that, again, people might not get up to, even in the Premier League. But for me, Mohamed Salah, without a shadow of a doubt, is the best right wing or the right forward player we have seen in the Premier League history. We've seen in Premier League history, I should say. He easily gets into that Premier League team of, 11 of all time. I think when we talk about Liverpool 11, certainly Premier League, 100%. There's probably even an argument for all-time Liverpool 11. Mohamed Salah gets in that. And I think it does open up a lot more questions with Mo, even in terms of a new contract, for example. Again, Liverpool at the minute, you do look at it and go, well, he's not declining, and I think many of us maybe at the back end of last season thought, obviously with the big injury that he had, towards, of course, the hamstring and the back, if he, it did start to decline in his numbers and of course, his speed and his natural ability, that would then allow Liverpool to maybe have a little bit of wiggle room in terms of, again, maybe we do need to look at the next, what we do next after Mohamed Salah. But even this season has been a massive, a sign of he's not going anywhere. He's not budging from one of the best players in world football. And, this season, would you say he's up there for, the PFA Player of the Year so far? 100%. I think him, Ryan Gravenberch, certainly on the Liverpool side of things, I think him, Ryan Gravenberch, Virgil van Dijk, Ibu Konate, I think they are the main four that are there at the moment that, again, deserve a massive shout in that regard. And I think with Mo, he's not getting he's not getting any worse, and that's a scary thought. And of course, if Liverpool want to go on and again reward him with a new contract, whether that be a 2-year deal or a 3-year deal, I think he deserves it. And that's something that, again, the club has to figure out sooner rather than later, because I don't want to lose Mohamed Salah, because at the minute there's nobody better than him. Certainly in the Premier League for me. I think Mo is, again, the level that he is producing week in, week out. I think this season we might see him, again, maintain it throughout the season, because, again, there's no AFCON, and that's so huge for Liverpool. The fact that there is no AFCON to be in the way and not to be in that category of, we got to put up with that again, and him gone for a month. For me, again, Mo Salah, if we can keep him fit, and again, that then relies then on a Chiesa, for example, coming in and of course taking a few minutes away from Mo Salah. Again, if we can hold out that fact, that would be tremendous in that sense, as well, which again would be really, really good to get that out of Mo. I'm back. It kicked me out of StreamYard, which I don't know why it did that. Anyway, but as I was saying, anyway, for me, Mo Salah is world class, and there's no changing about that. If anybody thinks or doesn't think that he's not world class, again, I don't know. But yeah, I am back. Apologies for a sec. My screen went completely back. It's echo. Why is it echoing? Is the stream echoing? Hang on a minute, chat. If it is, no, I'm gonna absolutely kill this frigging thing. Right, let me click that in a minute. Damo, let me know. Is it echoing? Because if it is, then I'll just end the show. To be fair, because I don't know why it would be doing that. Let me double check. Audio. Yeah, I don't know why. Is there an echo? That's just completely blew me. No echo audio. Okay. Oh, there we go. It's all right if you say everything. Just one. Oh, there we go. God's sake, hero. Anyway, but no, I think look, if anyone's just tuned in as well, because I think, to be fair, I think the stream's right now. If anybody is just tuning in as well in terms of the jerky stuff, reportedly, again, it's very, very serious as well. So, again, keep an eye on that anyway as well. But yeah, no, I do repeat myself quite a lot as well. That's what happens when it's just me on the show as well. That's why I do like to get other guests on and get your guys' thoughts on different stuff as well. But to be fair, I'm going to leave it there for tonight, guys. Anyway, a big thank you for everyone for tuning in to tonight's show. Apologies for the mess that was the video. Anyway, that is my bad. Do forget to turn it off. Anyway, but cons echo chamber. You don't all have to start this. This isn't a thing. Doug, F off. Like, you don't need to start this. Anyway, but to be fair, my room, if you saw in the nighttime where the light, because again, we use a studio light, if you turn that up bright, again, you could probably light up my whole like garden as well. But to be fair, anyway, but they've served the internet cables, for God's sake. Hello as well. Echo Wickle. But the call echo cancelled. Doug, I will kill you when I see you in a month's time. Doug. Anyway, but no, look, again, let me know your guys' thoughts anyway on Mo Salah and Jersky as well, or Jerky. Again, let me know your guys' thoughts on him, because do we necessarily need him? No. Would it be nice to sign another forward? Sure. But I just feel like at this point we're just doing it for the sake of it. And we're just going, yeah, we don't need defensive midfielders. We don't need, just midfielders in general. We just need goals. We'll win the league by doing that. We'll go on to, again, score 4-5 a game and just, win the league that way. I think we tried that once and it failed with Brendan Rodgers anyway. But for me, again, let me know your guys' thoughts on Jersky, because I don't know. For me, I wouldn't want him now. I don't know. But again, if Chiesa is that buggered, then again, that might be a possibility for Liverpool going forward anyway. And of course, what we do for that anyway. But again, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below as well. But again, I had to come on to say, of course, about again, Troy Deeney's friggin' comments anyway. But how big is that man cave? They gone with a massive. Again, it's not big at all. To be fair, Damo anyway. But it's a bit of a weird move. Yeah, I just think, again, we all remember Jose Malwa and how his name constantly got brought up with Liverpool. Like, I can't see it. For me personally, myself, I can't see him joining. Just because there's no room for him. But maybe it's just Leon again creating a bit of, Liverpool are interested. Go on. Someone will come in and do it. I feel like they've done that before. But again, we'll only, time will tell as well. We do have, we do have Journo coming on next week. I think it will be now. I don't think it'll be this week. But we do have him coming on next week to talk, obviously, a bit about moves and so on as well. And we'll ask him as well. I'm not going to say what it is yet. You guys can already know where it is. But yeah, we're going to have, it's James Pierce. We're going to have James Pierce on next week to talk about it, because, again, he was away this week. For of course for preseason, for of course international break, so we're going to get him on next week as well, and we'll ask him about it as well anyway. But isn't Leon Chairman a complete madman? Probably at this point. Again, I think, to be fair, I think that fella retired. I'm not too sure though. He could be, to be fair, Damo. But again, Jose Malwa, Nabil Fekir, we've been here before with Leon midfielders. So, look, for me, I don't think Liverpool are going to go anywhere near him, to be fair, anyway. But Heroes saying it's great to have the footy back this weekend. Yeah, 100% there is. Look, match preview will be Friday. Tomorrow, we might actually do something a bit different as well. We might do Premier League Team of the Season so far. Maybe we'll try and get a couple of guests on, get your guys' thoughts on it as well, and just generally have a talk about who's been the best this season so far as well. Maybe, who knows? Unless any news does come out, of course. But he was hard to work with for Kia, if the same bloke. Yeah, 100%. And look, I don't think Liverpool are going to go anywhere near that, especially if it's Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes going and talking to them anyway, to be fair. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there for tonight, guys. Anyway, big thank you to everyone for tuning in. Hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button as well. Apologies for the show lagging and that. Again, StreamYard being an absolute menace, as they usually are anyway. But again, hopefully, we'll talk to you tomorrow. Maybe we might have some news, but yeah, that will be the video, I think, tomorrow. We're going to do the Premier League Team of the Season so far. Get your guys' thoughts and reactions as well. And yeah, usual time, 9 p.m. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys then. But until tomorrow, I've been Connor from the Cop Council. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Ta-ra.